Hello, welcome to another video by Scrapbook Clubhouse. Today I want to show you one of the new things that we started carrying. It's a purse. It's really cute. We started selling purses. I don't know if you can see it. Let me back up a little bit. There you are. It's made by Sizzix and it's actually a dry embossing machine. Now this machine does not cut, but it's great for embossing. Now you might wonder why someone would want to have just an embossing machine. Well, there's a lot of reasons. For one, maybe you're a person who has a Silhouette or Cricut and already has a machine dedicated for cutting and you don't feel that you need any dies. You're just going to stay with the digital machines, but you still want to be able to do some of the dry embossing techniques that you see on cards in all the magazines and whatnot. Well, this little gadget would fill in perfectly for you. Or you can be like me and just think it's cute and want to have it. I do have a machine at home that can do the dry embossing as well as cutting, but I decided to get one of these anyways because it's much smaller on my desktop and it's a lot easier. You don't have to worry about what kind of sandwich to make. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to use the Cut-A-Bug folder, but the machine can accept any A2 sized embossing folder. So if you have different brands, as long as they're this type, plastic, fold over, and they're A2 size, they will work in this cute little machine. So it comes with the embossing pads as well as a shim. The shim is something you use if you're just doing a straight piece of paper. So if I'm just going to do this paper, not have it be folded over like a card, I would use the shim in the sandwich. Now, let me show you how it works. So you just put your paper in here. And the glue that I'm using is a scrap from its Coordinations. So it has a white core. So I just put it in there and made a sandwich, and then I'm just going to hold the handle and crank towards me. And the rollers will put pressure on it. And with the embossing folder, we'll create a great impression, as you see there. Nice, deep impression. And because this is Coordinations, you can go ahead and sand it. I'm just using a manicure block. And you can just sand away until you get the look you want. So that's really, really cool. So you can leave it regular or you could sand it and get that look. Okay, so earlier I used this paisley design by Cut-A-Bug and some of the purple whitewash. What is whitewash? It's made by Coordinations. It's their cardstock that has a wash of white over a color. So the back you can see the vibrant color, and then the top it's more of a pastel look and muted because it has white over it. So earlier I sent a piece of purple whitewash through with that design, and here you can see that I sanded off some of it so you get that look. A quick note that when you emboss, you can either deboss or emboss, depending on which way you have the embossing folder. So pay attention to that, and it's almost like you get two looks because see here, this is embossed and sanded, and then this is debossed, which means I turned around the embossing folder, and you get two looks. So this one's kind of a little bit of a darker version of this, or reverse version of that. So with that, I wanted to put together a card for someone who did something very nice and sweet for me, so I'm making a thank you for her. And this is what I made for her. It's going to be mailed out to her soon. Now, I'm going to go over all the things that I used to make this card. So first off is the whitewash cardstock that I just showed you. Then I used the paisley embossing folder with the Texture Boutique purse. I embossed it. Then I just took some of the same cardstock but used it with the purple showing, and I used that as my mat. Then I grabbed a white pen and just made some lines on the edges of the purple mat, then went back and used a pin, just a regular pin, to poke through and pierce little holes. And the effect was I got this kind of fake stitching or fake sewing look. And then I put that on here and we did some ribbon, and what we did was we used we used foam strips to elevate this purple matte layer. Then with a regular pin, the same pin I used to poke the holes, I went ahead and went through 2 little flowers, Prima flowers, and then pierced straight down into the foam so it's nice and safe, and secured my flower right in that spot. So those are all the steps that we used for this card. If you're wondering about this blessed part, it is cut out with the silhouette, and I used the flocked vinyl, which is one of my favorite things to use, is the flocked vinyl in black. So there you have it. That's how we did this cute little card. Here's some other little quick looks at what we used for it. Just a simple corner rounder. This is one of our favorites because it has a nice guide. And for the crisp fold, we just use the Score Pal. This is the Score Buddy, and it's just their smaller version, which we love because it's compact. So we use that to score it. And we have tons of colors of coordination. We have the whitewash. We also have Black Magic. I do have a sample here of the Black Magic. So again, it's a dark color, and then it has a black over it, and then you go ahead and sand it to expose the underneath color. So we have a lot of fun stuff, not to mention all the new papers. So hope to see you folks in the store soon, and have a great weekend. Mahalo.